Hello, my name is Carlos Palmer, and the purpose for my quest, I'd like to say, is that there's rarely to never been an experience for African American people to purchase or create their own identity, not just based on the urban experience, but the upscale experience. As an artist and practicing fashion designer for years, I've always come from an artistic approach, and my mission is to help expand and broaden the horizon for African American and people of color, so that they're not put in a box, so that they're not given this identity that society sees them as, and create clothing that relates to not only a multicultural experience, but an experience that speaks to the identity that we never had. In other words, when we think of African American clothing or urban brands, we only think of the whole hip hop experience. And people of color have a more dynamic and more diverse taste than just hip hop clothing. Our hip hop clothing adds a lot of flavor to our experience, but there's so much more to us. My goal is to add a new dimension to what we're already seeing: higher end clothing, luxury bags, handbags, shoes, artistic ready to wear. So those are the kinds of things that I create and that I'm trying to allow other people of color to experience. It's unfortunate that in our society we get locked into a label of how we dress or how we should look, and there's so much more to us, and there's so much more experience that we have as a people. And I want to create clothing that speaks to that and make that available to everybody, but most importantly, our African American brothers and sisters. So that's why I'm doing this. I've been an artist for years, and it's a challenge. However, I have been able to be seen in over 192 countries. I've been featured in, oh wow, 46 magazines alone in the past 2 months. I've been published ever since I was 14. However, as an African American designer, nobody knows who I am and nobody knows what I do. So it's not only a mission to allow people to see who I am and what I'm doing, but to see African American people as a deeper, more valued commodity in the fashion game, because we are. Fashion actually started in Egypt, and Egypt is Africa. So fashion, the center of fashion is Africa, and my clothing mixes a universal multicultural mix of everything. You see a little bit of Asian influence, you see a little bit of African influence, and you see upscale influence, because as we all know, Egypt was all about beauty, style, and that's what we come from, and that's what we are, and that's my mission, is to allow African American people, and in particularly our young people, to see just how diverse we are, instead of only dealing with one experience or one dimension, which is the whole urban and hip hop scene. There's so much more to us, and that's what my mission is. So I'm hoping that I get the opportunity or get the help, or even if throughout all of this that just Pharrell gets to see my clothes, because I think that he dresses amazing, and that's the only reason why I'm doing this, is because it would be great that even if he just saw what I'm doing. I believe that. I believe that my clothes has a purpose, and I believe that part of my purpose here is to educate people about fashion. It's a lot more than what society dictates to us. So with that, I'm going to go, and I wish myself the best, and thank you all for allowing me this opportunity. I appreciate you.